Assalamu alaikum people, this is Fizza Batul, and today we are going to talk about linguistic landscapes of Karachi with the instances of linguistic borrowing in them. So to very quickly start off the topic, we will first have to discuss that what is meant by linguistic landscape. So the term linguistic landscape refers to all visible semiotic signs in public space. This is not only include printed, written, carved, sprayed, or otherwise visible language that occurs in the physical world, but also pictures, colors, logos, graphs, and other meaningful signs. It's the ensemble of such semiotic signs that constitute the linguistic landscape of a given locality. So we see that linguistic landscape is a very wide and very broad concept, and it is just not one thing or another, but it is a lot of things. So when we go around the streets, mainly talking about Pakistan and right now focusing on Karachi, we see that there are billboards, there are street signs, there are shop names, mart names, different kinds of shops that we see all around us, and it could be signs, traffic signs, direction signs that we will be going to see further in the slides. So these all things that we see around us are basically linguistic landscapes, and the landscape that is like powered by linguistics, it can be said. So these signs and these linguistic landscapes have a certain kind are made up of different words, different lexemes that we never think of, but are often and very often are borrowed words, but we never get into it, and we never think about it because we're so much we have adapted it so much, and that it comes very natural to us, and that we never think that yes, it might be a borrowed word, because we are so used to it of thinking that it is a word of our own language, but in fact it is a borrowed word. So to start off, first we need to know what is linguistic borrowing that I was just talking about. So the linguistic borrowing, also known as lexical borrowing, is a process by which a word from one language is adapted for use in another. The word that is borrowed is called a borrowing, a borrowed, or a loan word. So this is what a loan word is. So loan words are words adopted by the speaker of one language from a different language, a source language. A loan word can also be called a borrowing. So in the picture you can see that on the left it's written Teen Talwar. It is written in English as well as in Urdu, but we know that Teen Talwar is a word of from Urdu, but it is also written in English. But when we see in between written Kaurangi Road, we never think about it, but road is not an Urdu word. We have a different word for road, that is Sadak, but we never say Kaurangi ki Sadak or Kaurangi Sadak, but we always say Kaurangi Road, because we have borrowed the word road from English. Then moving towards the right, we see DHA, and above it we can see written in Urdu, Defense Housing Authority. So is it Urdu words? Are these Urdu words, Defense Housing Authority? No, these are not, but these are written in Urdu. These are English words written in Urdu, so we have kind of borrowed them as well. Moving forward, we see another direction signs. I'm sorry for the bad quality of the picture. It was taken from a moving car, but we see that it's written Office of the Commissioner Karachi. Then we see above Commissioner of Karachi office is written in Urdu. Commissioner Karachi office. Karachi, we can say it can be said in Urdu, but commissioner and office are both borrowed words that are borrowed from English and not Urdu words. Moving forward, we see the very famous, and the very first mall we can say of Karachi, that was Park Towers, which is unfortunately now dying slowly. But we see that Park Tower first is written in English, and then right down, right below it, it's written Park Tower in Urdu. Park and tower are both English words here written in Urdu, but it is very common of Pakistanis to use the word park or tower in uh, Urdu. And we also have a whole area named as Tower in Karachi. As we're moving forward, I would like to include that we are moving towards posh areas of Karachi. So here we can see it's the area that is very much popular for being posh, the Defence and Clifton side of Karachi that we are seeing here. So we can see that it's in these slides, in these directory signs, it's written Old Clifton, and right above it we could have written Purana Clifton, but we haven't written Purana Clifton, we have written Old Clifton. So we have also borrowed the word old from English. Similarly, the word park again here, and then we see Zamzam commercial, and commercial is also a English word that we have borrowed from. Moving forward, we again see the signboard that says Aga Khan Soham Road. So Aga Khan Third Road we can also say. So again the word road is taken from English, and the word Aga is also a borrowed word that even Urdu has borrowed from Persian. So we see not only one but two borrowed words from two different languages. Moving forward, we see that in this board, now I would like to add that the way linguistic landscapes are shaping our thoughts about some places is that we see that in this sign it's all written in English. There is no Urdu included in here, which indicates that the people that are moving here or are living here are more towards the modern, towards the elite class, which who prefer English over Urdu. So it gives us of the vibes that we have come to an area, we have entered an area that is more posh, and who don't usually use Urdu. So these are the feelings that we get from these signs. Okay, so now very interesting picture that is this. I found this very interesting, and I don't know why. These just the buildings of Sadr. I can comment that very wonderful piece of architectures there. So talking about the Khyber Hotel, so we all know that hotel is also a word of English, and which we have borrowed again. So the word hotel, the word cafe, even English has borrowed the word cafe. It's not an original English word. Even cafe is also not an English word. So English has borrowed it from another language, and then Urdu has borrowed it from English. So this is a very interesting cycle that we're seeing here. Then moving forward, we see Central Hospital. These are the graffitis and wall chalkings that we see all around Karachi. I think mainly in Karachi. These are not much seen in Punjab side or in areas that are not Karachi. So we see central is not an Urdu word, but here we have used it as an Urdu word. So moving forward, we see Kamil autos or autos. We all know that auto is an English word which Urdu has borrowed. Okay, moving forward, we see this poster of an advertisement of Total Exarium. This is a photo taken from a petrol pump. So we see it's written हर किलोमीटर करे इंजन की सफाई. So we see these are two words that are kilometer and engine, which are not Urdu words but taken from English. So okay, one point that you all should also notice that this area that the picture is taken from is from the southern side of Karachi, basically from the part where Zainab Market is located. So we see that Zainab Market is a market for the middle class, lower middle class people, and we see, and as we move towards the posh area to more middle class areas, we see that the Urdu is used of more than English. The English words are also written in Urdu, and when we move towards the posh areas, we will see that how even Urdu words are written in English, or you can say Roman Urdu or Roman English. So moving forward, now the next slide is again from the mobile market of Karachi. That it's a banner that has related to Pakistan Resolution Day, Yom Pakistan, and in very footer we can see it's written Karachi Electronics Dealers Association. Karachi Electronic Dealers Association. The three words of the sentence are, of course, English words that are taken from English and are written in Urdu. And lastly, we can see in the brackets it's written registered, again, which is an English word. Okay, very interesting image. Al-Fatah, which is also not a Urdu word, it's an Arabic word, al-Fatah, which is written in English. So again, which previously as I was saying, that as you move towards the posh areas, everything Urdu, Arabic, all these words are written in English, in contrast to in the middle class areas where even English is written in Urdu. So al-Fatah, it's an Arabic word which is written in English here, so it can be said that English, it's a borrowed word. So moving forward, similarly al-Fajr, also an Arabic word written in English as well as Urdu, because this area is from Sadr. We see previously that the defense side area, the posh areas, there was no Urdu, but as we move forward from the defense area and the posh areas towards Sadr and moving towards the middle class areas, we see that if there is something written in English, there would also be the Urdu version of it written along the lines. Okay, moving forward, what I was saying, that in the posh areas even the Urdu is written in English. So here we can see Roman English, the Urdu language written in English script, written yaar hain to paar hain. One more example, Zinc se Zindagi, but we see Sehatmand or Khubsurat is also written along this, so two different languages. But we are noticing that how in Pakistan both these languages, English and Urdu, are very important and are mostly mostly seen along each other. So this is the area of Teen Talwar, and it is known to be a very posh area. So we see that all these billboards, they are in total English, and there is no sign of Urdu that I can see. And the second image that is also of the same area, that is Teen Talwar, and all these billboards that can be seen, seen from this perspective, were all written in English. These all were English words, and these were mostly uh, billboards of famous and international chains of brands that are uh, very international and very high-ended. So again, the linguistic landscapes are giving us an idea of the locality, the people of some area. So as we know that these brands want to target the audience that are from the elite class, from the class that can afford those things that they are advertising. So we also get an idea of the social class of that place. So in this image you can see two words are written together: daily kebab. Daily is an English word and kebab is an Urdu word. It's a cuisine. Moving forward, we see a very famous food chain, that is Kebab G's, and we see Kebab G's Express and Kebab G's Bakers. Kebab G's is also written in English. So all these images that I played uh, are a part of linguistic borrowings and uh, how we perceive the world around us, and how we shape how these linguistic borrowings and linguistic landscape shape the world around us. And I would like to thank you all for watching this video. For any further queries, you can comment on the video below, and I hope that you have a basic idea of what is meant by linguistic landscape and what is linguistic borrowing. And I'll see you next time. Allah Hafiz.